Hello, everybody. This is Johnny Jones of AFG Local 1040 and AFGE Council 100. Well, this little meeting today is going to talk about the first ever labor management forum that was held by the Council 100 at TSA headquarters. So that's the reason why I'm using the Washington, D.C. background to give you an idea that we all went to D.C. to meet with TSA and to talk about some very important topics. But for the meetings was a couple days long, but I would like to focus on three topics. So the first one we're going to talk about is that management has submitted to DHS a change in the proposed table of penalties. So it's currently our penalties is more like a 3-striker out kind of situation. We're hoping that the new table that gets approved by DHS, which takes evidently quite some time, will be more of it'll be what they call recommended range penalty, mitigated, or aggravated. So that way you won't be necessarily on a 3 strikes you're out situation. And also we're hoping that the letters of counseling are reduced from 5 years to 1 during that same discussion. And, of course, letter remands are 2 years, so it didn't make any sense why letters of counseling are 5 years long. The next thing we're going to talk about is drug testing, and more specifically, the use of CBD products and or THC related products. As you're well aware, most of the states in the United States allow some kind of CBD product to be used. Unfortunately, those things are not regulated. Therefore, if you use one of these products, you could easily find yourself failing a drug test for THC, marijuana. You will not get fired directly for that. It's not really like you're being terminated for failing the policy because they did update the HCAM, so you're allowed for rehabilitation. However, the problem is that your security clearance from PERSEC, because these positions as TSA officers are national security related positions, so the Department of Homeland Security, which is PERSEC, is going to suspend your security clearance while they're doing the investigation. And if you failed the drug test, they're going to eventually end up revoking your security clearance even after you went to a rehabilitation facility. There's no guarantees that they're going to give you your clearance back. Now, there is another way. So say, for instance, you're at work and you've taken a product or you've witnessed something that you need to report. Say your friend next to you gets called for a random drug screening and you triggers that thought in your head, wait a second, I take CBD gummies. Oh no, I need to go report that. If you have not been called for a drug test and you don't go to report this to your manager, they're going to suspend your security clearance, PERSEC will. They're going to put you on an indefinite suspension, but you're going to be allowed to go and go through a treatment facility, get healed, come back to work. You'll get your security clearance reinstated, and you will not lose your job. But there will be a notation at headquarters that, hey, you've done this once and you're self-reported. But you cannot wait until you've submitted a sample. You cannot wait until you've been called for a drug test to do this, because at that point in time, you have lost that opportunity to self-report, which is very important. We need to get this out to as many people as we possibly can, because the majority of people that are getting terminated is they're using products that they think are legal, but as a federal employee, you are not allowed to take anything that has THC, and most of those CBD related products has THC in it, a very little amount, but it's enough to test positive in a drug test, and it's not regulated by any FDA or anything. So until marijuana is reclassified or anything of that nature, it is not permitted to be used as federal employees. And the union is trying to get this message out to as many people as we possibly can. The last thing we're going to talk about is pay. As we're well aware, pay equity was passed last year in July 2023, and we have a new pay system. The pay system has corrected the pay for a lot of the new employees that came in. So if you've been here for under 5 or 6 years, you are getting pay equity for the most part. If you've been here on the flip side of that, the agency has acknowledged that yes, we have fixed the onboarding pay, but we have a huge deficiency. If you're a 22-year employee, you may be sitting next to an employee with 10 years of service, and you both are receiving the exact same pay. The Council 100 has taken great efforts and made many different proposals to the administrators and the administrator staff to try to figure out a way to resolve the pay gaps. It's not an easy fix. As anything, you have to get funding from Congress. But just to let every single employee know that your council and your union is fighting so hard to make sure that we can get this addressed. And we have brought this up to the administrator, and we have told him that we're not going to stop until we have received resolution. We have been talking to lawmakers about this. It's really considered a technical correction to the pay equity plan. And so it just takes some action of Congress, and we should be able to find some workable solutions for the long term. And that's all we're asking for, is to make sure we take care of our long-term senior employees that have worked here so long and have given so much. And with that, I just want to say thank you so much for your service and your continued trust in your union. I'm Johnny Jones with AFGE Local 1040 and the AFGE Council 100 signing out. And please subscribe to our videos and share this around so we can get this information around. And I want to say thank you and have a great evening live from Jaguar Studios in Fort Worth, Texas. See you next time, guys.